Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
About the furthest south I've ever gone is Guatemala, and that was on our honeymoon. At some point, I may be traveling to South America, if only to visit the geeks down there, because let me tell you, you thought your place on this earth was the geekiest place on the planet. Well, unless you're from South America, I don't think you're geeky. I'm not trying to offend, but they're really into tech in South America. I mean, then again, I don't know if there's a corner on this planet that's a corner, because globes don't really have corners, but I don't know if there's a location where nerds don't exist. I mean, we just live everywhere. We're impossible to stop. I've got an email here from Arturo Puente, and the subject says Peruvian food and core animation, and he said that the two should not mix. He was reminding me of a Firefox extension called PicLens, Piclens, although I don't use it. It's a recommendation from him. Arturo sent in the top 5 list for Peruvian food. If you ever go to Peru, or if you ever visit Machu Picchu, which is in Peru, you may want to know what to eat. Man, don't go looking for the McDonald's, okay? There's fine cuisine to be had, so long as you know what's good. And let Arturo be your guide. Number 1, ceviche. I think it's called marinated fish in the USA. Can you eat fish with potatoes, sweet potatoes, lettuce, lots of really hot chili and onions? Well, if you can, you should try this. But remember, it's very hot, and you may feel a little dizzy after eating it. Definitely don't eat it before doing any physical demanding activity. Now that sounds like food I want to eat. Number 2, seco a la norteña. I saw your videos on Hawaii. You actually pronounce piña wrong because the N with the tilde character in Spanish sounds a bit odd, but only because it's you. I'll let you pronounce it however you like. Thank you, Arturo. I thought it was ña. Isn't it ña? I must have said pina colada? Pina? No, I know it's a pina colada. Maybe I said it wrong. I apologize. I know the tilde. He says, it's a really strong dish, the seco a la norteña. It's got either lamb meat, which I like, or chicken, with rice. By the way, most South American countries use rice as their primary dish. Tomatoes, onions, and beans. This dish is particularly famous because once you eat it, you will start to feel sleepy. And he's even got a little link in there with a picture that we'll be sure to put in the corresponding blog post on Locker Gnome or on chris.pirillo.com. Number 3, arroz chaufa. So that must be, was arroz? Was that, I'm trying to remember my high school Spanish. It was either corn or rice. Was it rice? I fail. Most of the people will actually consider this a Chinese dish, but it's not. A talented cooker came to Peru in the early 1930s, and he invented this delicious dish, which happens to be a favorite of mine. As I said before, rice is used to make most dishes, and this one is no exception. Along with it, it's got chicken, Chinese onions, traditional onions, and silao. I don't know if there's even an equivalent to this in the USA, and I think this is the dish I'm going to miss most when I leave Peru. Oh, wonder why he's leaving Peru. He says, let me think. Number 4. It's either aji or ají de gallina. Okay, it's got rice. Again, potatoes, chicken. I don't know how to describe it, but just look at the picture and I hope you understand what I mean. It's got kind of a mash. It's delicious, though, although it feels a bit strange when you eat it. I don't know about eating anything that feels strange. Kind of weird. Number 5, chicha morada. The Peruvian drink by excellence, along with pisco, made of a special purple corn. It's delicious. Just add some lemon juice, piña juice, and sugar, and you will be good to go. Wow, chicha morada. And you will have to pardon any of my wacky pronunciations. I grew up in Iowa, have never been to Peru, and only studied the language, Spanish language, in high school. So the only thing I know is Donde está el Puerto de Baño? And that was a very, very bad way of saying it. Anyway, if anybody's got any other food tips, let's say you're from somewhere else on this planet and we haven't talked about your local cuisine. Send it in. I mean, we travel all over the place, right? I mean, just because we like talking about tech stuff all day long doesn't mean that, we don't go places. Or let's say there may be a restaurant that serves Peruvian food that might pop up in my neighborhood or your neighborhood. Well, now you know what to get. Arturo is your guide. The chicha morada sounds good. I'd like trying anything. Although I'm not really a corn fan so much. Not really a purple corn fan. Wasn't that a song by Prince? Wasn't it Purple Corn? I don't know. Anyway, my email address is chris@pirillo.com. I'd like to know where you're from and what food that you grew up with, or the food that is known as your flavor wherever you happen to live. And please, if you're gonna, don't send it from America. I'm from America, and honestly, everything we have here is junk for the most part. I mean, not everything, but yeah, okay. So we have a lot of junk food. Chris@pirillo.com, or if you want to, you can swing by our chat room with the live video feed that's going out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, typically talking tech with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from all around the world, and we only speak English in the chat room, and good to see that even Peruvians can speak English and write it better than many Americans can, which is another sad fact about our country. I do love America, though. Don't color me unpatriotic. I just happen to like the entire world. You know what? It is the human race. We are all human, right? Well, except for that one guy. He's not. He's more of a hybrid, the Anunnaki, giants, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the chat room is open, waiting for you. So what are you waiting for? We're at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.